just a man. I'm just a man waiting for someone. Waiting for someone. Anyone, anyone, anyone. Are you the one? Are you the one?
For me, everything is in perpetual transformation.
Faut se challenger là-dedans. Faut aller dans les extrêmes.
Because you're not very good with secrets. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. I am so thrilled to welcome you live right here at Drummond Vinyl, where we're about to celebrate all together a Nightfall ritual. Ain't that amazing? I think it's the first time we're going live here. Well, that's for sure, but for such a long time. And my friends, thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. It's very, very exciting. And before going any further, because we have a massive day today, I want to introduce you, of course, to Alex. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
You all right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's so great. So great to see you here. So great to have you there with us.
It's actually very amazing to be live again. This is something that we used to do a whole lot in the past. And now to go back into it, this is so amazing.
And what a great idea. Obviously yours. Welcoming everyone here with the noise.
But it's cool because I think that by bringing everybody in, they can have like a better understanding of what this whole thing is about. Because especially with music, I mean, this is the real blessing that we have, and it's incredible to bring people. Just well, this is what's going on, and this is what we are.
This is live.
Into actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is our life. Can you
Yeah.
believe it?
And I think it adds up to the whole celebration of it all just by being
Absolutely.
here. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
All right, so before going further, I'll just switch in French to say hello to our friends from our francophone friends from around the world. Donc voilà, bonjour à tous, merci d'être là, merci d'être ici. On est chez Drummond Vinyl pour la première fois. On va célébrer tous ensemble ce qu'est un Nightfall Ritual, bien évidemment, avec Alex que j'ai déjà introduit en anglais. Donc voilà, c'était comme je disais, c'était ton idée, voilà, ton idée ici chez toi, chez Drummond Vinyl avec Marie Margeau qui travaille, tout ça. Donc,
il y a quand même pire dans la vie, on va l'admettre.
Oui, voilà, on va l'admettre. Exactement. Donc, merci d'être là. Puis tout au long du live d'aujourd'hui, bien, je vais évidemment vous parler en français aussi pour... on est tellement content que vous soyez là. Donc, merci beaucoup. So, all right, my friends, I'm just going to go through a few things as today we have, obviously, a lot. We're celebrating a Nightfall Ritual, which is coming out next week already. It's been already next Friday. It's incredible. It's been such a great 2 months, just with everybody celebrating that whole thing. And
I even bring my Robert Smith like vibe to it. I mean,
there you go.
This is my A game right now. I hope everybody's like, witnessing the real. It's intentional. It's engaging. I let those things loose.
And Robert, if you're watching, well,
hi, my friend. Don't cry. It's all right. I've got a bit more volume than you do now. It's
amazing.
okay.
Love it. Well said. Well done. Well done. Well, it's great to see. Like everybody's so excited because since you sent your newsletter regarding your last tests in the hospital, everybody went like, ugh. So it created some kind of a huge commotion for everyone. So Alex is there and he'll be there for the entire show that we're about to watch.
I like that. Don't worry. He's going to be here for the whole show. I don't know what it means, but my intention is actually to be here, for the whole show.
Exactly.
What does it mean?
Well, it means that we gave you everything that you needed to go through the whole hour and a half. No, it's just...
There's like...
No, it just means that we'll be able to chat with you guys during the show. And also, if you have any questions, please send them over. At the end, Alex and I will be back here answering all your questions, everything you guys have in mind, whether it's your health, everything that's going on with your home in Virginia, everything you've been sharing. You're now on Substack. There's so much life and great things going on around you. So we'll go through it all, some news, and of course, one of the great things we'll do is there's a contest.
Yeah, true.
That is about to happen today.
So we'll have 2 of those for a contest. So if you're chatting either like on YouTube or Facebook and you're being part of this live thing, I don't know if we're live everywhere, here. There's a whole lot of cameras. So yeah, here. Just like, all right, guys, it's cool. So if you're live and you're watching this, all right, guys, if you're watching this,
All is good.
so just if you want to be part of this amazing time, you just have to chat, and I will pick two names later on my Substack. I'll do a live video for you guys. So this is very unique copies. There's only 2 like this, so it's exciting.
That's
So
incredible.
that's the joy of having like something like this.
So I'll just say all of that in French. Alors, comme j'expliquais, c'est qu'aujourd'hui, Alex et moi, on va être présents dans le chat tout au long du concert et on va être de retour ici tout de suite après. Donc, si vous avez des questions, des commentaires au sujet de la santé d'Alex, qui me semble être complètement...
Ça va. Jusque maintenant, ça se passe bien.
Ça se passe très bien.
Oui.
En feu pour aujourd'hui, puis
Les
voilà.
intraveineuses sont prêtes, le défibrillateur,
Il y a toute une équipe.
Il y a une équipe médicale
Sur le côté,
ici.
une équipe
Tout va
médicale.
bien.
Exactement. Et puis, ce qu'Alex disait en anglais, c'est qu'il y a un concours pour ceux qui sont présents et ceux qui participent surtout au chat.
Ouais.
Donc, vous courez la chance, en fait, de gagner ce vinyle.
2
qui
copies
est,
exclusives.
Voilà.
Donc, les seuls au monde. Vous n'avez qu'à participer dans le chat, clavarder, commentaires, peu importe. Puis plus tard, je vais faire tirer les 2 copies sur mon Substack. Donc, très excitant tout ça.
Absolument, absolument. Donc, gênez pas si vous avez des questions et tout. On se retrouve ici un peu
C'est
plus tard.
le but de l'opération, c'est qu'on puisse être ensemble. Ça faisait un bon bout de temps qu'on n'avait pas fait ça, donc je suis très fébrile. C'est vraiment trippant pour moi.
On peut le sentir. C'est très cool. All right, guys, so let's get this started. Why don't you just share where you guys are from, where you guys are watching this live video from, and let's get this chat rolling, you know, for first you get the chance to win this incredible vinyl, and it's just great to, as it's the first time we're live together, let's make it our live ritual, you know, like let's just, if you want to send pictures, if you want to share where you guys are at, where you're around the world, how you guys are enjoying this show, let's just make a huge community and crazy and good vibes right now. This is what we are for.
It feels like he came prepared, even though like 5 minutes prior to the show, he was watching like sports and stuff. And me, I was stressed. I was like walking around and just like, okay, trying to focus. And just like so natural, yeah. It's just like it's wonderful. It's all the liners.
Yeah,
are there.
thanks to this, everything
Nice.
is here. You know,
Yeah,
that's,
so just ChatGPT, like
ChatGPT,
how
yeah,
to
yeah.
do like a live.
Say
It's gonna be
this.
amazing.
Yeah,
Just like,
exactly.
boom, there you go. He's a natural.
Oh, say this, say that. There you go. Alors, j'invitais tout le monde en anglais simplement à nous, si vous pouvez nous partager où vous êtes en ce moment, qu'on puisse rendre ce chat hyper vivant. C'est toujours ce qu'Alex et moi.
C'est la communauté, c'est
Exact.
vraiment le partage.
Exactement.
C'est vraiment ça qui est le but au final de tout ça.
Exactement. Donc, envoyez des photos, dites-nous comment qu'on puisse créer d'une certaine manière notre rituel d'aller live en direct, parce que je suis certain que ce ne sera pas
La dernière fois.
voilà la dernière fois. Right on, the whole crew is excited. We are all as well. So, are we ready? Is there anything else we should
Absolutely.
share? So, all right, my friends, we're going to see you here after the show. So, without any further ado,
To answer questions and everything.
yes, yeah, answer questions.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go and have like a blood transfusion. So
There you
that's
go.
All
There
cool.
you
I'm
go.
gonna be there for you guys after.
There you go. And I know you all have a bunch of questions right away. I can see them coming about if we're going to visit you guys, touring, all that stuff. So let's wait after the show. So for you, my friends, a Nightfall Ritual, which has been filmed and recorded live in Cologne at the D Cantina on July 27, 2024.
So
Enjoy.
let's hope it works. Enjoy, guys.
Oh time, oh time, oh time. As we're crumbling with the moon, it's always the distance that hurts the most. I'm afraid of hopelessness. I'm afraid of betrayal. I'm afraid of Thank you so much for coming tonight. This is so precious for me. When we started this tour and we knew we would end up in Cologne, I was talking with the rest of the band and was just like, people, you guys are giving us so much, all the energy, all the support, and you've been there every step of the way. And we wanted to thank you by welcoming you here, having like a last concert to keep that tour going. Thank you so much for coming tonight. You don't even know how special it is for me. Thank you. Thank you. sun will be there. Will sing and the hopeless will shine. Oh Hannah, why don't you smile? Why don't you smile? Why don't you smile? Why don't you smile? Why don't you Thank you.
Why did you start writing?
There was no reason why I wanted to start writing, they asked. Janae, when did you start writing? And said at birth.
Trees moving in rivers of wind. The clouds arise as of waves. Gigantic eddy lifting
Yes, the night, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time, in a sort of moody rush, into their place, so perfectly constant, bells, from the mountain golden water,
divided, pyres falling and kingdoms rust, and the echoes I won't hear when the night is over. When the night is over. The beginning is the end. The beginning. The beginning. 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 Beginning is the end. Beginning is the end. Beginning is the end. The beginning. 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 There's no refuge for hopelessness, no science for broken-hearted thrills, no ornaments, no lights, no light bright enough to cover the darkness of our fateless thrills. No, no, no. The beginning, 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 beginning is the end. The 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 beginning, beginning, beginning. Some treasure. Oh, and sorrow's evil, and sorrow's evil. But when it's all you've got, it's a dear friend holding your crestfallen woes. A dear friend, a dear friend. The beginning, the beginning, the beginning, the beginning is the end. Beginning, 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 oh! Edge may cover the worlds of disruption. It's youthful dream. It's youthful dream we fool you into believing that the voices you hear, the voices you hear, the voices you hear may come from heaven and beyond. The voices you hear may come from heaven and beyond. Heaven and beyond. But static is the noise. Always ringing your ears. Oh, static is the noise. Always ringing your ears. The devil may cry, angels may sing. Static is the noise. Static is the noise. The beginning. As we lose the colors, as we fade, the bloodline turns specter as we end the beginning, the anguish of unknown, the beginning, the anguish of unknown. Anguish of unknown. just a man. I'm just a man waiting for someone, waiting for someone, anyone, anyone, anyone. Are you the one? Are you the one? Thank you so much.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to Drummond Vinyls, my friend. What a moment. What an incredible moment. It was incredible to see everybody, all the comments. People even said that you were very well dressed, my friend. The green.
It's a premiere,
People were like,
buddy.
Alex has some other colors than black.
It's a premiere. Actually, it's also the fact that I'm living in my
Oh, there you go.
suitcases for the last 2 years. So I just came back like a week ago
Yeah.
to the band's HQ.
Yeah.
So very happy to be here. There's so many great things happening. So I'm in
Yes.
a good mood right now.
Yeah, we can
So
tell.
be
That's
careful.
great. Maybe that's the green thing. Green means good vibes.
Maybe, yeah.
Good
It's like
vibes.
peace.
That's good.
Peace.
That's good. Well, we had some very cool comments during the live chat. I don't know if you saw those, but we have some people from France who are gathering together to take a plane and to come here
Well,
and visit us.
That would be probably like easier for us to go
Yeah.
to France.
J'adore la France.
Toujours.
And people say you were like Jim Morrison from The Doors.
Yeah.
And someone asked if we could be their wedding band.
Wow. Yeah, maybe we might have to tone things down a little
Right?
and to change keys, you know, just like the Son of Anna in major keys.
There you go. With a choir
Yeah,
and all that
absolutely,
stuff.
man.
That's pretty like huge.
Don't
Man.
tell all the secrets.
Right? But so many emotions. People were even taking all your lyrics, talking about the fact that were afraid sometimes and they're not alone anymore and this community vibe. And it was just so, they were so thankful
But
for this.
I think that I was like watching the live, and it's always special to me because when you're actually in that vibe, in that communal spirit, you don't really, well, I don't know for you guys, but me, I don't really think about something else than being totally in the moment. So the measure of abandonment and let go is very intense. So, and it takes everything from you. So watching that again, it's kind of, not only because you're watching yourself, but it just, you're trying to understand from like a bit of a perspective what people's like emotions might be as it goes, because it's so, there's a balance between heaviness and also liberation. So it's very, yeah, it's very incredible for me to see that actually.
Of course, because when you're on stage and you're communing with people, but being there and seeing the comments, and it's like, it's kind of a different.
Yeah, because there's a whole lot of release in that kind of music where you take that, and this is what we were talking with one of our friend who's part also of this live adventure now. I was talking with Oliver yesterday, and this is what we were talking about. You know, that you're bringing people, you take people as they are, as we all are, and we're offering each other a moment where you start from all that very intense motion, and at the end there's the release, and it's very important to get to that point without trying to mimic or without trying to turn it into a formula. So to get back to that motion where you just, and this is what I told him, I said, you just release the people, just like the wave is coming, and then the wave, you need to accept that the wave needs to go back at some point as well. So it's no longer about you, about your music. It transcends it all. It's really about what we're touching that night, and every given night is completely different. So that's very singular, and that's why every night there's a whole measure of improvisation, because, and this is what I told Oliver as well. I said, well, I cannot rehearse those songs without being like fully engaged. So even when we're rehearsing, the charge, the emotional charge is just so heavy, and then the release is as well very significant. So after, you just like, I'll be very quiet, if you can believe that. So I'll be very quiet. I'm just like, okay, well, I need to recharge because there's so much energy being shared. Even in, you cannot really rehearse something that it ain't designed to be recreated as a formula over and over again. So, was it the question?
I love it. I love it.
Avant-garde.
Avant-garde, yeah. It just opens a bunch of...
I mean, this is my, okay, Alex go. Oh, Alex is in an avant-garde kind of moment right now. Let him be. He's going to come back at some point.
But this is what I think is incredible about the fact that we kind of, you immortalized this evening, because it was, to what you would just shared, it was precisely something that even for us, when we got on stage, we didn't expect that kind of vibe at all, and that kind of moment, which was, the whole summer brought us right there. But
Yeah.
we were, and it's, especially today, it's kind of a way to also celebrate, to say thank
Absolutely.
you.
But this whole thing, this whole show was a way for me to thank people for their support, for your kindness, your patience, and it's quite humbling to see when you're facing your own challenges and life is on the line in a way, and you're fighting to get back to a certain sense of normality, or to kind of find your footing back, and then you have that wonderful uplift of love and support and affection, and that was my way to express my gratitude towards everybody.
Amazing.
And because then you realize that you're not fighting alone. That's why, I'm afraid, but I'm not alone anymore. So it's something that needs to be lived, not only to be understood, but to measure the real deepness of what it means. When you're living in that kind of place in your head or in your heart, you feel isolated, and everywhere you look, it seems like there's no place to find peace anymore. And that peace will come, or that peace comes through other people's benevolence towards you.
Yeah.
And then you realize that, oh, it's not darkness, but there's a lot of lights. At first, you're scared because you're blinded by love, and we're living in an era where we're all becoming very cynical about other people's affection, because everything is so, or at least seems to be, prefabricated and part fake, part true, that you never really know, and it's easy to get stuck and to be broken or hurt by that. So when you're able to see that light, and you're able to go through that blindness where all the lights are there shining in your own darkness, and you're ready to take another chance to believe that, that's very liberating. And this is what personally I'm living. Yeah.
And we...
Time for water.
Well, we're live with our friends, so it's I was wondering, with those lyrics, when you came up with this I'm afraid thing, was it something you were envisioning, or it was something that just you realized you were just living when this happened?
Good question. I think that's a very confessional kind of song, because I think that you can look at the world and you can be like a witness of what's going on, which is already a kind of engagement, or you can be a stander by, which is like taking a distance to preserve yourself from all that storm happening. But when you get into it, it's a different ball game, because so then you say, okay, well, what am I actually going through? What am I actually living? And then when you're becoming honest with yourself, you say, well, I'm afraid. And you've got all those things happening. And as you look into that, sometimes, again, in your own life, with a distance, as a witness, and sometimes you want to deny that as a stand-by or passerby even. You just, I don't want to look at this, but it's your life happening. And so when you're honest with yourself and you start to look into that, then it changes a lot your perspective, and then it helps you to express more vividly what you're going through. But then after that, it's just like, do I really want to expose that to the whole world?
Right? That's for sure.
But that's the major, the point is not about, you're not like whipping yourself. It's just like, look, this is who I am now. This is what I'm going through. And you're secure enough that people will catch you as you jump, or as you fall,
amazing.
or as you crawl even. So
it's beautiful.
So that's that measure of love being shared that actually put everything in motion. So that's why those songs were played live. They weren't recorded in the studio, and then after that, okay, let's try to figure something out. They had to be lived. Otherwise, it's just somebody else's story.
Yeah.
And then you remain in the margin of your own story.
But many people were wondering if those two first songs, which are brand new for many people who weren't there on tour, who maybe didn't get we're just learning about the whole thing. So we're wondering if these two songs would be recorded at some point, or a part of an album, or...
We'll have to wait for the answer, because we have to talk in French a little.
Yes, I know.
You know, when you have like people in the technical teams, like with a massive like sign, just like...
French.
All right, Jeff.
Voilà. So I'll speak in French. I'll be back in English afterwards. Mais c'est pas toujours évident de changer en français, surtout quand on partage des choses.
Faut être pro, hein, faut être pro.
Voilà, aussi intimes, aussi personnelles et tout. Ben, d'une part, on voulait vous remercier évidemment les gens de la France. J'adore toujours tous vos commentaires, votre participation est toujours magnifique. Et j'ai aimé la passe si vous vouliez prendre un avion pour venir nous rejoindre. Mais j'ai commencé en posant évidemment les questions de... Je veux dire que beaucoup de gens dans le chat ont partagé les paroles de la chanson I'm Afraid, I'm Not Alone, des choses comme ça. Puis je demandais à Alex comment lui, ça le faisait, la différence entre être sur scène et revivre le moment avec les gens qui partagent et tout ça. Puis c'était magnifique, en fait, dans l'idée que tu te sais accueilli, tu te sais aussi reçu, puis cette espèce de dualité dans le monde actuel où il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont, préfabriquées, pas vraies du tout et tout ça, puis de trouver cette place où d'avoir le courage, d'une part, de t'exposer et tout ça, donc de te savoir aussi entouré de gens aussi magnifiques, donc c'est ce qui permet aussi...
Je trouve que les textes, la musique prend véritablement tout son sens quand on est dans une vague commune. Puis c'est quelque chose que j'ai beaucoup réfléchi dans ma vie, mais aussi dans l'environnement dans lequel on évolue, que ce soit n'importe quoi. Puis ce que je réalisais, c'est j'étais sur un toit à Tanger. J'avais la vue du matin au soir sur la baie de Tanger qui est magnifique, avec les bateaux, les traversiers qui viennent, avec des gens qui viennent en Afrique pour vivre des émotions, vivre certaines expériences, des Africains qui sont partis de chez eux pour tenter l'aventure européenne peut-être, pour vivre d'autres choses. Puis je voyais ça, puis je trouvais que le point commun pour chaque personne était cette petite étendue d'eau qui était constituée à la fois de rêves, de désir d'expérience, de désir de recommencement, d'abandon, de renaissance. Puis, pour moi, la musique, s'inscrit dans cette mouvance. Où les gens viennent, ils vont. Pour moi, ça n'a jamais été une question de nombre, c'est pas une question de chiffre, c'est pas une question de brand, ou peu importe. Tu peux pas commercialiser une émotion. Les gens tentent de le faire,
Tout à fait.
mais tu peux pas
Magnifique.
commercialiser une émotion qui est véritable. Une émotion qui est véritable n'est pas seulement sentie, mais elle va être ressentie par d'autres également. Donc, c'est ce qui donne naissance à des pièces comme I'm Afraid ou même Up Till Dawn, les deux nouvelles chansons pour moi qui est importante de jouer, de vivre en fait avec les gens en live avant même d'aller en studio.
Magnifique. Magnifique. Merci. Back to English. Yeah, before we continue, because many people ask many questions and all that, I just want to remind everybody that there's a contest also
True.
happening. Alex is going to give 2 of those very unique vinyls made here, as you can see behind us, because we're
It's cool because those are what we call here transitioning colors. And I was asking Mary, who's the chief operator here, said, keep me 2 of those. And that can be obviously played. And for contest, because those 2 copies are completely unique. So.
Can you say that in French?
Donc, j'ai demandé... Ah, merci. Ah, j'avais pas vu la petite affichette français. Donc, j'ai demandé à Marie ici, qui est celle qui opère les machines, la technicienne en chef, de me garder 2 copies des couleurs transitionnelles. Puis, donc, 2 copies uniques que je vais faire tirer un peu plus tard avec tous les gens qui vont avoir participé à la conversation, qui vont avoir laissé des commentaires et tout ça. Je vais faire tirer les 2 copies sur mon Substack.
Yeah.
Donc, which means like if you still have time, if you're part of the chat and you're just like saying hi or have a question or something, telling us where you're from. So 2 of those unique copies will be for the contest. I'll draw your name later on my Substack, which is my community now. So only 2 copies, which means that if it's on Discog a little later, I'll know who you are. Don't do that.
And the contest will happen a bit later on your, as you said, Substack. And I want to talk about Substack right now because to me, Substack is something that you just started. It's your own community. It's your own thing. And to me, I'm very impressed. First and foremost, congratulations. I'm very amazed. I'm very surprised because we've never seen you like that. Meaning doing videos on your own and welcoming people, being very close and personal. And I was wondering if something what happened leading to all of this, inviting everyone into your universe on such a level.
I would say that not dying will help you to be more creative afterwards. So that phase,
I'm going to take a note here.
That transitioning phase of actually not dying kind of made me think about, yeah, maybe that would be cool to bring people in my personal environment. And it's something that it's important to me because I always had that urge to share. I was writing a whole lot, and writing also, it's beautiful. I like it, but it's also very controlled and safe. And you can always edit whatever you want. But I found with Substack, what I liked is to go live, to do my video. You know, I just recently had a phone. I'm the type of guy that didn't want to have a phone.
And that is true. That's a fact.
I was just I just don't want to. I don't want to submit to modern technology. And so I just can go live and do my thing and share, what's going on a more personal level, which doesn't really fit on either Facebook or Instagram. So I was looking for a very special platform to have my thing. And I was talking with Ben, who's the guitar player of the band, and we were talking about that and said, oh man, I really want to have my own place, and this is what came out.
Amazing.
And I'm very
you've
happy
been,
about it.
Yeah, we can tell. We've been embracing it in such a way. So I'm just going to share what Alex just said in French, and we'll be right back to you with more about Substack. Donc, voilà, ce que j'ai demandé à Alex, c'est que récemment, il a lancé sa propre communauté. Maintenant, il est actif sur Substack, une nouvelle plateforme pour Alex. Et je trouvais que, évidemment, étant dans des projets avec toi depuis 20 ans, j'ai été en tout cas, bref, très surpris, très impressionné même de voir à quel point, depuis tout récemment, tu as décidé d'inviter tout le monde dans ton univers, dans ta vie personnelle même, de partager sur des choses où toi-même, tu vas aller faire des petites vidéos et tout. Puis je me demandais qu'est-ce qui avait été un peu le propulseur de ton Substack.
C'est briser le carcan de ceux qui m'entourent.
Voilà.
De vivre cette liberté. Dès que j'ai réalisé que avec mon téléphone, parce que moi, ça a été très, très long avant que j'embrace les nouvelles technologies, je me suis dit, je peux faire une vidéo, parler aux gens, m'exprimer sans avoir à passer par le filtre de qui que ce soit autour de moi. Quelle liberté extraordinaire! Et ça, c'est très dangereux pour les gens qui ont vraiment besoin de contrôle.
Voilà, exactement. Comme on a pu déjà partager un petit peu sur le groupe des Ultras, que j'adore et je salue d'ailleurs.
En fait, très sérieusement, c'est que je rigolais en anglais. Je trouvais que le fait de survivre ne veut pas dire vivre. Donc, après ce que moi j'ai vécu, on a un peu le choix de survivre avec les stigmates de ce qu'on a expérimenté et de ce que j'expérimente encore au quotidien, ou d'embrasser vraiment la vie, puis de dire, OK, qu'est-ce que veut dire pour moi? Qu'est-ce qui me fait plaisir? Qu'est-ce qui me fait du bien? Puis c'est de partager avec les gens. Donc, je parlais avec Ben, qui est le guitariste du groupe, puis genre, mais d'avoir un endroit à moi, une communauté, où que c'est complètement... tu sais, je peux poster peu importe quoi, j'ai pas besoin de suivre une ligne soit de promo, d'information. Je peux simplement aller live pour partager. Ah ben ouais, c'est ça, moi j'aime le café, puis pendant 15 heures, je peux faire un live sur pourquoi j'aime le... Bon, comprenez la nuance.
Le bruit.
Oui, voilà. Donc, c'était vraiment dans cet élan de pouvoir vivre et de partager cette vie avec les gens aussi.
Amazing.
Donc, et j'adore.
Ça paraît vraiment. So, maybe we can go watch just a short video of Alex's Substack, so you guys
Wow,
have
that's cool!
Yeah, you guys have an idea. Alors, on va aller voir une vidéo. Vous allez encore mieux comprendre. You'll understand what we just shared.
Part of the Nightfall ritual release was for me also to bring you in my own rituals. A guy from this city talking to birds and trees as you go and you allow yourself to feel and to embrace whatever life has for you. And I think it brings all sorts of memories, a kind of moment where you can just sit down and have, you know, just quietness, just like serenity. Let me give you a little tour of what it means for pipes to blow. Okay, so this is the actual temporary kitchen, camping ground. Just very psychologically disturbing to actually stand in a place where so many of my most precious memories actually happened. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. So I'm gonna show you a little the vibe here. So beautiful. Since we've been talking about birds a lot recently here, I thought it was very funny for me to bring this one. And I wanted to share something, a piece of poetry by Charles Bukowski. Very emotional about it. But it's something that I like to dwell myself into, learning a bit more about myself. So welcome in my personal sonic lab. Fragments, those little elements of sounds that we hear all day. Asking me where that hummingbird thing came from. My manager offered me this. So I started to work on this thing about 2 hours ago. We weren't really buddy at that point anymore. All right. Come on, bird buddy. Guess this is weirdest video I ever did. Cheers to you, my friends, and thank you for sharing that journey, that unique journey with me.
Right on. So see what I mean by Alex inviting you all into his very close and personal stuff. And this is why obviously many people in the chat during the live asked about your health and your house. And I knew we would.
Thank you for that.
Yes, get there at some point. But like every time I'm seeing those videos, like so many things happen, crazy things happen to you. Like
Yeah,
since
yeah.
2023
Since a whole lot of years. Yes, yes. Yeah, and I think it puts everything in, again, it's all a matter of perspective. And it was kind of strange because we were in Tanger and for 4 months, and Tanger has this wonderful vibe, and so, and I was becoming like ill, so, and I knew I had to go to the hospital on my way back, so we came back. Montreal, it was great. I had to go to rush to the hospital, all my tests, bad results, everything is just, and then I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going back home. I just, I need that rest. And there's no such thing for me as being home. Because as a kid, we were moving quite a lot. And so I never understood the concept of home. So until I had my home in Virginia. So anyway, I'm just like, okay, well, bad news, no worries, it's all right. Go back to Virginia. And I said, oh man, it's gonna be amazing. Spring will be there. So the second I'm in Virginia, it's like gray, cold, like time's just like, it's like on pause. It's just like some kind of like natural devastation. All the trees around, because I live on a mountain, and everything is just like, what's going on here? And then it's all right, Alex, you'll be home, you get some rest, it's okay, you'll be able to witness life happening, and it's beautiful. Get inside, and then I realized that all the water pipes in my home exploded while I was away. So you can imagine the damage. And so then it was a bit more difficult for me to say, it's okay, Alex, it's all right, it's cool. So because it was the first time for me to actually be home after like being more than a year, living in my suitcases. So anyway, so I really felt completely empty at this point. I was tired, I was sick. And then you're just like, man, what else? Well, it's enough. But then after that, I saw life happening once more, all around, all the colors, and up to the point where it was so beautiful, different shapes of different shades of green, the wildlife coming back, all the birds and stuff. And I was able to do like that parallel between what I was experiencing there and what I experienced that led me to a nightfall ritual. So when you're kind of like being depraved from all the things that you thought were defining you, and suddenly you feel like you're nothing. There's nothing. You cannot think, you cannot talk, you cannot read, write, play music, whatever. You're just like completely helpless. And then that eventually leads to hopelessness until you see life happening again. And then you have a different perspective. And then you're way more attentive to all the different shades of colors. And you need to find not solace in all that. I'm just like, well, okay, I need to, what's the silver lining? But you need to embrace whatever is whatever comes your way. And this is how I took that situation. And then with Substack, I was like making videos of all that.
Amazing.
Sharing my own rituals, being at home in the morning, and then all up till the moment at night. So it's really personal. Like I never, I think, invited people in before. So
That's incredible. Well done. Well done. And I don't know if we have, if you guys know about Substack, but maybe we can share the link in the chat and for you guys to take a look when the time will come, because what Alex is sharing is absolutely, as you just saw, it's incredible. And we're just getting started. So we're gonna go in French and be back to
and
you.
it's kind of dangerous for my friends around. So what are you talking about in that Substack of yours? It's private, Jeff. I just want to make sure because just like it's good that you're keeping some things like in, right? It's like yeah. It's in. I'm keeping all of that inside the family, like, but the community family. So you'll have to behave from now on.
Yes, I need to. It's not an easy thing for me, so
You'll get used to it.
I might have some of your tea and.
Yeah.
Donc voilà, Substack, pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas, c'est une nouvelle plateforme qu'Alex maintenant, c'est d'inscrire, à créer son propre profil, plateforme et tout. Donc, il vous invite toujours d'une manière...
Ultimement, c'est une communauté pour moi.
Exact.
Très personnelle.
Exact. Et comme vous allez voir dans la vidéo, Alex partage des choses vraiment, comme je disais d'emblée, que j'ai jamais vues, ni c'est tout à fait, même pour nous, pour moi, complètement nouveau. Et puis, donc, tout ce que vous voyez là, ça n'a pas encore été partagé, c'est des choses qui viennent et tout. Donc, je vous invite à pouvoir, d'une part, visiter, puis aussi, évidemment, bien.
Ouais, puis c'est une façon pour moi. Parfois, les gens vont me poser des questions, puis j'ai pas toujours le temps, j'ai pas toujours peut-être la plateforme idéale pour le faire. Puis là, je peux prendre le temps, comme un des derniers trucs que j'ai partagé, c'est les gens me demandent souvent après des concerts, OK, mais tout ce que tu fais avec tes instruments, est-ce que tu pratiques, est-ce que c'est sous le flou du moment? Donc, alors que j'étais en train de préparer un intro pour le prochain concert, j'ai dit, tiens, OK, voyons voir si je peux partager ce que je fais alors que je le fais. Donc, inviter les gens, mais vraiment dans le moment live, pas édité, pas préfabriqué, vraiment juste, OK, c'est moi, avec mes trucs à moi, dans mon intimité, dans mon milieu créatif. Donc, il y a beaucoup nécessairement de musique, il y a beaucoup d'éléments personnels aussi. Je crois que j'ai jamais vraiment invité les gens de cette façon-là dans ma vie. Puis, c'est la beauté de la chose. Donc, et comme vous me connaissez, du moins pour ceux qui me connaissent, ça va un petit peu de tous les côtés. L'extrême, d'un spectrum à l'autre, oui, effectivement. C'est assez extrême.
En tout cas, je trouve ça magnifique, vraiment, très généreux aussi. Puis, je pense que tout le monde est d'accord que ça fait vraiment du bien de te voir aussi dans un esprit comme ça, où c'est sans limite, où on est vraiment... Tu nous invites dans ton propre studio à faire des sons et tout. C'est absolument... C'est du jamais vu. Donc, je trouve ça très, très inspirant.
Et aussi, c'est que ma condition physique, psychologique aussi, le seul pouvoir, entre guillemets, que j'ai sur tout ça, c'est comment je décide de le vivre.
Absolument.
Puis si je décide de le vivre comme une fatalité, avec un cynisme, il n'y a pas de vie qui peut émaner de ça.
Tout à fait.
C'est juste de s'éteindre doucement, c'est se faner. Alors que moi, ce que j'ai décidé, au contraire, c'est d'inviter les gens, puis qu'on puisse partager des choses, puis qu'on puisse transcender les circonstances, que ce soit ma santé, la vie qui crée la vie. C'est vraiment ce que j'avais envie de faire avec Substack.
Magnifique. Love it. Love it. Alex was just sharing about, yeah, because I was saying in French, which was funny that for the first time, because you guys have been asking for so long to Alex, how are those noises coming up? Are you rehearsing those? Are you like, how is that part of your life? And now Alex is inviting you all into his own like noisy, as well as very peaceful
My noise lab.
yeah, universe. So that's incredible, man. I love it. It's very cool. And something else I wanted to talk to you, of course, since the Nightfall Ritual is about to be released in just a week from now on, and we've been obviously sharing with that for almost 2 months now. And one thing that people are always amazed by is that you are, like, they saw a beautiful picture of you wearing a DHL.
Oh, that picture.
A DHL shirt, like you are Mr. Postman.
I'm bringing that to the DIY lifestyle to the next level. Ian Mackay, if you're watching me, I mean, you put me on a path that now it's very, very, I don't know where that rabbit hole is leading me. But if you're here and you're watching me, help, please. Help. I need some guidance. Ian Mackay from Minor Threat and Fugazi.
Fugazi, yes, of course. And so you're leaving for London in 2 days, and then afterwards coming back, and then going back to the Netherlands. We have a festival, and everything will be shipped from you while going there. That's incredible. The amount of love and work, and it's just amazing.
That's the fun part, because everything comes, you know, as one as one measure of love, of course, but also to say, well, okay, so how can we beat the system in a way? Because obviously we're not Amazon. We cannot beat all of those big.
For now.
For now. But the way you can work the system is whenever I'm going somewhere, I can bring packages so we can avoid, you know, customs, which are completely ridiculous. And now with the States.
Tariffs.
So, but even more so, my real thrill is to do an audio, to one unique audio to every single person that is ordering on my store.
Audio message.
That is my thrill. So, and it's funny because just to make sure after all the technical elements, so I'm sending that to Ben in studio to make sure everything is okay. And then Ben is like chatting me. He said, have you done like 15 minutes messages for some people? I said, was it? So you just share, you know, because and it's not about how long you're talking. It's about what we're sharing.
Nice.
You know, sometimes people will share to me and they'll be very generous in that sense. They will tell me like, you know, I'm fighting cancer, or, you know, I'm living something, whatever, life, you know?
Wow.
And for me, it's just like, okay, well, I'm just talking. And part of the Substack video that I did, I'm bringing everybody in my little place at home where I'm doing those videos. So I'm talking alone, I'm laughing alone, and just like, you know, some people would be like, you know, they would question my sanity, but it's already been going for so long that now it's the new normal. But that's the relationship that we have.
Yes.
And sometimes it's people are joining the community that I never had the opportunity to talk with, that I don't know nothing about. But I'm just so happy to welcome people, because this is the reason why we're doing it all.
Yeah, very
You know,
true.
the reason why I started to do T-shirts 15 years ago, it's because I was tired to pay a fortune to give, you know, very cheap products to the people that I care for.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing for vinyls and everything. So it's always in the same motion up to doing audios and going to ship whenever I can.
That's
You know,
amazing.
we've been doing that for a long time, and it never felt like a burden. Never felt like, oh man, it's all, because now the family is getting bigger and bigger, which is beautiful, and I'm very happy. But, you know, just even like with my beautiful management company, they're just like, really? You're really doing that? And I said, yeah, but this is how I start my day. and it grounds me to the source, just like I'm there. You know, it's just a way to say, there's more to this wonderful thing that is my life than my personal condition. And I start with this. Having coffee, and just like starting to muse about my day. And then, okay, well, and I will do my audio, will do like postcards. So if it was a job, it would be like terrible. But because it's part of who I am.
Nice.
Because this what we share.
Yeah,
It's part of who I am.
that's incredible.
So it's just a blessing. So, and it's crazy, but it's who I am.
There you go. So that's
So-
beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, and I'll just so I'll just share with everything. So for you guys to know, we are going to the UK, to Europe. We are also driving to the United States to ship, so tariffs are down, prices are down. We're trying to do our very best for you guys to get, you know, we never want money to be an issue on any level, at any point. I'll just switch to French and we'll be right back. Donc, ce qu'on partageait en anglais, c'est que comme Nightfall Ritual est sur le point d'être lancé dans une semaine déjà, après 2 mois où on a beaucoup partagé et tout, je disais que Alex a partagé une photo où lui et moi, on a tous les deux notre magnifique polo de DHL, parce qu'Alex, on est aussi des postiers maintenant.
C'était très drôle et je disais, bon, merci au AI. Et là, les gens disaient, ah, Alex, j'espère que tu vas pas embrasser le AI, c'est evil.
Non, c'est ça,
Je dis-
exact.
Là, moi, je disais, vous devez comprendre que je n'ai pas le temps de me faire embaucher par DHL, qu'on me donne un polo, que je prenne une photo puis je foute le camp. Donc, dans les circonstances,
Voilà, exactement.
le message se devait d'être fait et voilà, c'est fait.
J'adore. Donc, je trouvais ça très cool de pouvoir partager cette idée, en plus de la culture, d'aller nous-mêmes porter ce que les gens, ce qui leur est cher, ce qui pour nous est beaucoup plus que des produits. Tout est fait à la main, tout fait partie de notre culture, même jusqu'à aller pour que parce que les tarifs, tout augmente, les gens de moins en moins aussi, la pression économique sur les gens est de plus en plus importante. Donc, dans cette idée de très DIY, très punk rock, comme on entend d'ailleurs dire dans le EPK qu'on a entendu tout à l'heure de ton Substack. Donc, je trouve-
1, 2, 1, 2, punk rock!
Donc voilà, la santé d'Alex, pour tous ceux qui se demandaient, est plus qu'au top.
La santé psychologique d'Alex est peut-être un peu fragilisée, mais...
Et ça donne d'autres idées.
Ah oui, ça rend le tout très dangereux pour les amis qui m'entourent.
Magnifique. J'adore. All right, so obviously people had a lot of questions during the live and the chat, and I just have a few here for you, my friend. Obviously, you people are touring, recording, new album. All of this comes back a lot and a lot and a lot. So
And just, this record is not even released and everybody wants new music already. You guys.
this is the amount of love, I guess.
Absolutely.
There's no end to that.
And what
yeah.
is the question actually?
Yeah, well, the question is...
There's a lot of words and they're getting like a little blurry, right?
Well, they want to know if From the Sea to the Ocean will be on a record at some point.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very personal song, and I think it deserves a project of its own. So I don't know if it answers the question, but with me, I guess it does.
Nice. That's good. J'ai demandé si la chanson From the City to the Ocean allait être immortalisée sur un album.
Non. En fait, j'ai dit que
C'est à voir.
En fait, j'ai
C'est à
dit
voir.
que c'est une pièce qui est très personnelle à moi, puis qui mérite son propre projet, son propre support. Donc,
And Sugimi wanted to know if at some point in the show there was an image of she was wondering if it was an electrocardiogram that we were seeing coming from your
it's
time
Tsugumi.
at the
I love to
hospital.
put like different elements because I know that she's gonna pick on that. She's awesome.
Donc Tsugumi qui voulait savoir si on voyait un électrocardiogramme à un certain moment donné dans
We do.
Yeah, of course. People were also wondering if the bridge at the end that we were seeing was part of some movies that they were watching in the.
No, actually, we actually went to do that. So it's all, it's all real, all genuine, because I wanted to express with all the people. I wanted to thank the people for being part of that moment, and to honor the people also that are offering me their beautiful talent, their dedication, their engagement. I wanted to honor them, and that is something very important for me. And that kind of bridge symbolizes the connection that I have with the people. And no matter how long that bridge can be, it it reaches, it will help me to reach out to people. Regardless of my condition, regardless of differences, regardless of distance and time. And so this is very symbolic for me, but at the same time, this is really what we have built together, you know? So you can imagine that was one bridge, but it would have been a bit difficult to put like thousands of bridges, but this is really what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
You know, people like waiting on their side and just taking a chance to either cross, come my way, or to welcome me going their way. And I think this is what we all share together. And this is what gives our music and every single word its purpose. Otherwise, it's just like it's noise and screaming, if you want. And it's just, it's kind of your own echo.
Yeah.
But when you scream and the voice coming back as a different tone, a different word sometimes as well. So you realize that there is an open conversation with other people. And so you're no longer screaming, it's communicating, and it's sharing, and it's communing. And it just like, it creates a real ceremony. And this is what this project is about, is just to put the emphasis on that element of communion, that it's so profound to, yes, what I do, but what I do is nothing if there's no connection. So
Amazing.
that's the
Amazing.
image of the bridge.
Voilà, parce que Alex, je demande à Alex l'image. Quelqu'un en fait.
Les réponses sont toujours aussi longues que mes chansons.
Oui, voilà, exactement.
Comprenez un petit peu le...
C'est Neil qui demandait en fait l'image du pont à la fin, si ça symbolisait quelque chose d'important. Et parce que souvent, lui, ce qu'il parlait, c'est que ça lui rappelait beaucoup d'émotions et de films qu'il avait vus. Donc, Alex partageait sur cette idée du pont qui nous connecte tous, qui nous rejoigne, qui crée cette communauté, cette ambiance, d'ailleurs, qui est la célébration de A Nightfall Ritual, au final, qui s'est passé durant cette magnifique soirée.
Oui, absolument.
And we also have Marco, who is asking, how do you find your inspiration, being able to share that many emotions through your music?
Well, that's a good question. I think that there's no real answer, in the sense of it's just to abandon myself in the invisible and to take a chance to go beyond my own realm of reality and go and tap into something that I might not be able to see or feel or touch otherwise. So, and that's why with the music, and there's always an element of like maelstrom in my music, where that little moment of peace, this is where resides the purity of that emotion that sometimes I'm looking for, or sometimes that I'm discovering and I'm experiencing. Because there's one thing to create emotions, and I think that music is the only form of art that is evolving. So, but when you're ready to experience something, so then it's not you again looking outside, looking in. It's you're part of this, and you're accepting that you'll be shaped or reshaped through that experience. So that's why music for me is always evolving. That's why, you know, it was funny. I saw like a comment, oh my God, this is Pain That Bombs. What happened here? And because those songs keep on evolving. And I evolve through them as much as they evolve through me as well. So that's that kind of ongoing thing. Again, the waves, that stream, that motion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. La question pour Alex, c'était de où est-ce qu'il trouvait l'inspiration pour pouvoir partager autant d'émotions au travers de la musique. Chose qui n'est pas si évidente à traduire un peu mot à mot, mais
je crois que c'est, pour moi, c'est de pouvoir s'abandonner à l'invisible, de vouloir transcender les frontières de ce qui me détermine jusqu'à un certain point ou dans ce qui me sécurise, de ce que j'ai l'impression que je peux contrôler pour pouvoir me lancer dans une recherche où ce que je vais trouver va avoir la force de me redéfinir ou de me définir. Puis, c'est ce qui donne naissance à des moments comme ça avec la musique où toujours tout est en continuelle transformation, en métamorphose perpétuelle. Et les pièces se transforment parce que la musique, pour moi, est la seule forme d'art qui est en constante transformation si tu lui permets de pouvoir se transformer. C'est clair que ça devient immuable si ta vision de la musique et de l'art s'exprime en 3 minutes 30 ou 4 minutes. Mais moi, ce que j'aime, c'est que ça devient cette espèce de recherche ou cette espèce de maelstrom, j'ai pas le mot en français, mais cette espèce de tourbillon d'émotions.
Tourbillon, exact.
Cette petite fraction, ce petit élément de pureté, lorsque tu lui touches, ça doit... En fait, l'invitation, est-ce que tu te rétractes ou est-ce que tu t'y livres? Est-ce que tu décides de t'y livrer? Lorsque tu t'y livres, tu vas expérimenter quelque chose qui va nécessairement te transformer et par la suite, ça va transformer ta musique, tes paroles, la façon que tu as de voir la vie, de partager avec les gens et de recevoir ce que les gens te partagent aussi. Donc, c'est dans ce petit univers, cette petite étincelle d'intangibilité que je tente de puiser. D'une part, oui, l'inspiration, mais surtout le vécu, la vie. C'est pour ça que je dis souvent la vie crée la vie. Mais pour moi, c'est ce que ça veut dire, c'est d'aller là, dans cet petit endroit fragile, mais qui est tellement puissant.
Wow.
Donc,
magnifique. J'aurais pas pu
merci.
traduire ça comme ça. Absolument. And just one last question before we move on for the last topic. I think you'll like it. It's pretty cool. Christian is wondering how do you guys wind down after such an impassioned performance? Your adrenaline must be off the scale.
For those who have been joining at some point or another a live moment, the way I wind down is to take a minute backstage and go right back to the merch table where we all gather. And for that show in Cologne, I think I spent like 3 hours.
You did?
After talking with people. And that show was like almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So after that, that was the reason why all of that sound, all of that chaos kind of lead the way to that very moment. That, again, that purity where I'm going, where I'm talking with people, we're having, and then there's laughter, there's cries, there's hug, there's, you know, just that celebration of life again. So that's what I do, because I don't think I would be able to actually go backstage and just, you know, focus about my own situation, if you want. So for me, it's really to go and talk with people. So then it's the consecration of what we, let's say the show was the opening act.
There you go. Well said.
And then talking with the people
Love it.
is the main thing.
Yeah, amazing.
Does it make sense?
Completely, and to witness that every night, and especially that one, we left the venue, the sun was pretty much coming up, so literally, it's not just where it really is what it is. You spend countless amount of minutes and with everybody, and everybody is important, and it's the same amount of love, and you know, from the first to the last one, there's no like, all right, I'm tired. It's really we can say that this is why you do it. Really, we can witness it. That's a no doubter. Absolutely. La question pour Alex était comment, après un concert comme celui-ci, après tant d'émotions, après tout ce qui a été partagé, est-ce que tu as un rituel un peu pour te ramener sur terre, te détendre, te calmer?
Me détendre. C'est pas tout à fait le mot que j'aurais choisi.
Non, c'est ça.
Oui,
un peu voilà.
Jouer au ping-pong
T'en
backstage.
remettre, ouais, c'est ça.
Ouais, je me lance dans un tournoi de ping-pong pour me détendre par la suite. En fait, pour moi, comme j'expliquais en anglais, c'est très simple, c'est d'aller à la rencontre des gens. C'est ça qui me fait du bien parce que le concert, c'est un peu comme la première partie. Et pour moi, le véritable... la richesse de tout ça est fait pour la seule et unique raison que pour aller à la rencontre des autres, d'avoir un moment où on partage. On peut toujours voir dans les vidéos, on le voit un peu, mais les rires, les câlins, les sourires, parfois aussi les pleurs. Mais juste la vie qui se partage au lieu de se dire, bon, mais les gens ont été divertis, ils peuvent retourner heureux, satisfaits ou non. Mais pour moi, cette notion-là fait aucun sens. C'est qu'on repart tous sans repartir véritablement, parce qu'on a tous été transformés d'une certaine façon sans qu'on puisse même s'en apercevoir. Et moi, le premier. Donc, c'est ce partage, aller à la rencontre des autres qui me fait vraiment du bien. C'est une fois de retour, soit au bus de tournée ou à l'hôtel, où là, je peux vraiment simplement me dire, OK, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Wow.
Que ce soit dans des mini-salles avec très, très peu de gens, c'est la même intensité, c'est la même richesse, c'est la même
complètement.
mesure d'amour de jouer devant plusieurs milliers de personnes. Pour moi, c'est encore une fois, c'est d'aller puiser encore plus profondément dans les relations que j'ai avec les gens. Moi, c'est ça qui me fait du bien.
Magnifique. Magnifique. And we're almost been talking for like 55 minutes now. So before we put an end to this, I just wanted to let you know that obviously this is coming out in a week. And for
Is it already time for my blood transfusion?
Well, we can't tell though. You look great, brother.
Because Jeff before was like, with the whole technical team, they were like, okay, Alex, anytime you're just like, when you're too tired, whatever happens, just signaled me like that it's time to, to wrap it up. And me, I'm just like, what does it mean? Just like collapsing or, we'll do what we have to do, So sorry.
No.
I'm just very happy.
It's good. No, of course, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, we can be here for hours. I mean, we're just like, let's roll. But I just wanted to say to you that because I know you have many questions, and maybe you don't know that on this project we in Tangier, Alex and I did a whole conversation about the show in Cologne itself. We've been talking for more than an hour.
So we did like, I don't know if you can see. So we did like a bunch of bonus
2 days
like conversation. I'm sharing about moments for every single show of that tour.
Yep.
So it's part of that, and it's very beautiful because every element has a signification for me. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And
A meaning.
The meaning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Meaning.
So it's things that we will talk about. I will talk about on my Substack, every elements. And also, I know there was like a bunch of questions that I haven't been able to answer, but I will take a moment when I'm going to be in Brighton next week just to sit down in a cafe, open my camera and just to go through all
right on.
your questions.
Amazing.
And it's going to be shared on my Substack. But This is all the elements. So this vinyl is the special copy for the club. So I'm inviting you to join the club. So there's elements also that adds tea, candles that I wanted to add to the ritual to create a real moment for people. And that's the beauty of being DIY in many ways, because everything we do, there's no kind of limitation.
No.
And even the housing, yeah, that's something that I'm very surprised that I was wondering if people would wonder, but because people have seen the jacket, they've seen the cover art of the CD, DVD, but I received like few hints about what's the orange thing. Is it like another like edition or whatever? And actually, oh, maybe this one.
Let's go for the big one.
Yeah. Hoping everything's still in place. So I had this idea. I said, well, to have like a cover before the cover. And it's called Housing. So I have one for the CD DVD. I have one also for the vinyl edition. And as I was thinking about this, I said, I want to have something that is just like going to a city. And you have a staple of a city here, in Cologne. And just, okay, so this is the introduction. You're just like getting there. And then after that, when you remove that, it's like getting into the club or into the venue, whatever, to actually experience the concert again. And after that, I said, well, what would be very amazing would be, since we are recording a whole lot of our concerts, like every tour or every opportunity that I have to do something special like that.
Yeah.
And so that could be
Immortalized.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should say that, probably not, which is awesome. Join my Substack. I'm gonna give you all. I'm gonna tell you all the secrets.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So let's say could be like Paris. So it's another moment, another live moment we had. So elements like that I like to, before getting into the moment, there's
Nice.
also part of the ritual
Yeah.
that gets in there. So, alors voilà, je vois la français et l'équipe technique qui s'agite. So, alors ce que j'ai fait, c'est que vous m'avez posé la question à savoir si vous avez vu cette pochette. Comment on dit le terme en français? Donc,
Couverture de
bon, voilà. c'est-
maisonnette de vinyle.
Oh, ça va rester. Donc, pour moi, je voulais avoir un élément qui représentait, oui, la ville, mais aussi, je m'imaginais quelqu'un, comme les gens avaient beaucoup voyagé pour venir au concert, des gens qui arrivent, qui peuvent se reconnaître dans leur ville, reconnaître un élément de la ville qu'ils visitent, ensuite retirer soit le CD-DVD ou le vinyle, et ensuite commencer le moment où tu entres dans cette expérience et tu la définis ou la redéfinis à ta guise. Je me disais, bon, ça serait cool qu'à chaque tournée, je puisse faire un truc qui, ça pourrait être, exemple, à Paris, ça pourrait être à Berlin, ça pourrait être New York ou peu importe, dans une ville qui est un moment qui a été significatif que j'ai envie de partager avec les gens. Donc, ça peut devenir une série aussi.
Absolument.
Donc, c'était l'idée que les gens puissent doucement se...
Je trouve ça cool d'immortaliser de cette manière-là. C'est tellement...
Je trouve que ça permet aux gens de créer leur voyage
Exact.
à travers un autre voyage.
Tout à fait. Non, c'est très cool, vraiment.
There you go.
Et on a expliqué d'ailleurs en anglais aussi que pour ce projet-là, alors qu'on était sur Tanger, avec ça, on a passé 2 jours à faire comme on vient de faire avec vous, des conversations. Et puis, on a reparcouru tout le concert de Cologne. On a parlé aussi de chacun des festivals qu'on a fait. Donc, il y a beaucoup de contenu autour de ce projet-là. D'ailleurs, même, il y a toutes les pratiques aussi, ce qui est mis au monde, en fait. Beaucoup des chansons qui contiennent. Et c'est une première fois qu'on allait aussi profondément dans un projet.
J'expose des sessions d'écriture
Exact.
en live, des moments réels, alors qu'on qu'on discute ensemble, où je dirige le band. Il y a des moments où on a composé Up Till Dawn en live. Donc, je vais quand même assez loin dans le fait de vous inviter dans le projet.
Yeah. So in English, there are moments where you're gonna see if you on the DVD, or we're gonna also do it digitally, where we are crafting the songs that are part of the project, which is a first.
Yeah, I really wanted to invite people in that kind of like creative intimacy where you can actually hear like fragments of like ending of like From the City to the Ocean, which is like completely in the moment.
Amazing.
And where I'm guiding the band and leading to the creation of Up Till Dawn. So I'm really bringing you guys in that kind of like very intimate moment with me and the rest of the band.
Right on. And just to conclude, we have new merch.
As if it wasn't enough.
Because people are asking if it's going to come out soon, if there's a date, or if there's a
yeah,
place we know.
Is tomorrow soon enough?
Tomorrow is pretty much soon enough, I'm sure. So, demain, à tous ceux qui nous ont demandé la question, quand est-ce qu'ils allaient avoir la chance de mettre la main sur les nouveaux systèmes. Donc demain, ce sera disponible. So tomorrow, guys, this is available. So thank you, Alex. Thank you so much.
So, and I'll draw 2 names a little later if you've been part of this wonderful moment.
So join the Substack.
Yes.
Joignez Alex sur Substack. So thank you so much, Alex. Incredible. We've been talking for more than an hour, the whole show and all that. What a moment. And then to be here at the pressing plant and to witness all of this. So much life, so much
amazing
energy, so much spirit. So thank you so much. Merci à vous tous. Merci beaucoup. Merci, Alex. Merci d'avoir été là puis de partager, de me rendre tout ça possible pour nous. C'est toujours incroyable et tellement... Il n'y a pas de mots pour décrire.
Et merci de créer la vie et la partager avec moi. C'est très riche, c'est très significatif. Donc, voilà.
On vous dit, guys. See you soon.